Do you feel like it's taking forever for your content to start working and bringing in clients and sales? I get it. You feel like you're putting out content into a void and it's not sending anything back. Because of this, and because you're not alone in that, I came up with a 7-step system that you can use to start bringing in clients and new sales immediately if you're a service-based business owner from your content. Even I was surprised by the results that my clients, who really took this and ran with it, experienced from this 7-step system. So in this video, you're going to learn step number 1, which is all about messaging your offer so it becomes a can't miss opportunity. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Haley Dale, a content and sales funnel strategist, helping you create more purposeful, productive, and yes, profitable content too. So if that sounds like what you're looking for, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below this video for more value-packed videos just like this one every single Monday. This video kicks off a 7-part series for helping you as a service-based business owner to lock down more clients. Because the number one thing I hear from people, the number one content complaint I hear is that people feel like creating content and publishing content is something that they should do, but it's not something that they can really pinpoint. Here's what the ROI of that blog post was, or here's what that social post did for me on the back end. Especially as a service-based business owner, where you're calculating your conversion rate is a little more of an indirect path, right? So you're usually leading people to a consult call versus to a sales page where you can measure conversion rates from there pretty easily. So I sat down and I created a 7-step system specifically for service-based business owners, and I took it on a test drive with a few clients of mine. And one of them got 2 new clients immediately. Another one locked down a client, even though she usually has a very, very long sales process. And then another client got 2 new clients as well, but she then had to turn away a third or start a wait list for them because she was at capacity. So it was a moment for her of, do I hire someone to help me do this, or do I start a wait list kind of situation? So this strategy works, and in this video, we're covering step number 1. The first place that we want to start is with messaging. So we want to get incredibly clear about the messaging of your offer, because you could have the best service in the world, but if you don't talk about it in a way that makes people want to buy it or want to sign up for it, it's just going to sit there. It's going to sit there on the digital shelf and never be picked up by the clients that you want to be working with. So that's our first task, is really to nail down the positioning of your offer so that we can start to help people see this as the hottest ticket in the interwebs town. So let's get started with the 6-step process. Step number 1 is to choose one service offering to work on for this process. I know it may be tempting, and you may have multiple offers that you want to start with or try to do this at the same time for all of them, but I want you to really start with one. So what is the signature service in your offering suite? Or maybe it's really simple and you only have one. So we want to pick just one to focus on first for this experiment, mostly because it is a bit of work to bring that offer through this process, but also we don't want to be diluting your message when you start putting it out there where people aren't exactly sure, well, what does she do again? Or what does he do again? We want to make it very, very clear. And so for that reason, your first job here and your first step hopefully is an easy one, not like a Sophie's Choice situation where you can just choose one service package to focus on first for this. And then you can pick this up and do it for all of your other services as well after. But step number 1, choose one service. Number 2 is I want you to get brainstormy with it, and I want you to list at least 5 reasons why this offer is so dang awesome. So I want you to brainstorm as many things as possible and then choose the 5 to flesh out a little bit more. So what makes this service unique? What are any of the unique features or processes or way it's delivered? Consider any benefits, right? Consider any results or success stories. So who has been like your knock it out of the park successes from this process that you can highlight or feature as one of the reasons why this process is so dang awesome, because it can lead to this or lead to that. I want you to think about maybe things that people have said about your offer. Sometimes we are shy away a little bit. We think it's too braggy to start to talk about our offer in that way. So sometimes you can look at your clients' words. So what are some of the correspondence that they've had about this process? Maybe you can use that to come up with some of those unique features or things that make it really unique. And then I want you to also think about, consider any, like what in your experience, let's think about you for a second. So what about you makes you a great person to deliver this service? So by the end of going through this process, I want you to have those 5 reasons, and like you can rattle them off really quickly. And what are those 5 reasons? So take some time with this step. And if you want some help with this, I have an offer docket. It's like a process that I use for every single offer. My students are like, roll their eyes whenever I say it, but our funnels start there, our freebies start there. Everything starts with this offer docket process, because we got to get clear on the messaging before we can start inviting people to it in a way that people are like, heck yes, click, click, click. This is what I need, and it is for me. So what I want you to do is download the offer docket below this video and check that out. Step number 3 is, how can we make your offer? How can we make that service even sweeter? So are there any like time sensitive or first 5 people bonuses or deals that you can add? So your offer is enough, but everyone likes to feel like they're getting something special. So we want to up the doses of special in your already oh so special offer. So this can be things like maybe a 2-for-1 price, or maybe they get a bonus service. Maybe they get an extra session with you. Maybe there's a special pricing for it. Maybe there's just something that makes this, maybe you send them some swag in the mail, right? So I'm sending you a, care package to help with this journey. So what is that thing that makes this thing even a little bit more special? So brainstorm some different ideas of things that we can use in this 7-step process to really just sweeten the deal. So it's nothing like too extreme or too major, because your offer is already great, but we just want to think about that thing that pushes it over the edge. So step number 4, and you may already have this somewhere, so this is just a chance to revisit it, or if you haven't done it already, I want you to start here. But what I want you to do is I want you to map out the process of this offer. So I want you to map out both your sales process, so everything that happens before someone says yes and starts working with you with this service, and then in the second part of it, what happens during the actual delivery of the process, and what happens after. So basically we are creating a before, during, and after timeline of this offer, especially focusing on the sales process of it. So how does it go? Do people need to jump on a call with you? Do you need to send a custom proposal? So what are the different parts of that process for getting people to say yes, for starting to work with you? And we want to really map that out, because in the next video, in the next part of this, we're going to be focusing on that sales process and really fleshing out how to make it as seamless and as enticing as possible. But step number 4, and for now, I just want you to focus on mapping out that before, during, and after process, but especially that before process, so the sales process. Then step number 5, I want you to pull together all of your success stories for the service. So I'm thinking testimonials, I'm thinking case studies, visual examples. If you have any videos or video testimonials, those would be great. If you don't have any success stories for this particular offer, there are a couple things you could do. Number 1, have you followed this process? So are you your own success story? Oftentimes in business, we're helping people who are just a few steps behind us, something that we can help them get to where we are. So that could be a great way, is focusing on your own success story and using that as like your proof, basically. Another thing you can do is maybe you can roll out some mini sessions. So this might be a chance to hit pause on this and maybe offer to work with people in a one-on-one capacity, maybe in a shortened capacity, or do a beta test of this service at a lower price point so that you can get those success stories. Because people aren't going to buy your offer, they're buying the results your offer brings. So we want to make sure that we are very clear on those results, and we have some success stories to back those claims up. So step number 6 is to really bring all of this together, and we basically want to create a little awesome offer docket. So to wrap this up, I want you to put a folder together with all of these pieces. So I want those 5 reasons in there. I want that mapped out before, during, and after process. I want those success stories. I want everything in there that has to do with your offer. So you have one spot to go to grab any of these. It's like a grab and go snack station for your offer. So in the future steps, we will be coming back to this. And just in general, it's a good thing to have in your business. So you have that one-stop shop for everything you need to do for this offer, everything pertaining to this offer whenever you're ready to market it, whenever you're ready to talk about it. So if you want to grab my awesome offer docket checklist, make sure to grab it below this video and have fun messaging your offer. If you want more videos just like this one, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I am dropping one every single Monday, so stay tuned.